members of the public, we will plan to go until 5 minutes of 11 for public comment. So that gives about 35 minutes. So folks, get to the mic as quickly as you can and begin as quickly as you can so we can get through as many speakers as possible.
So I would like, the other day, I was trying to call the city attorney's office. I was trying to call my council member Hernandez. I was trying to report a noise complaint because there are a lot of ACCE officers. They are trying to gang banging the illegals. So I cannot go to sleep at night because there are so many gang bangers, gang banging activities in my neighborhood. But however, without any surprise, our city attorney, no response, and then our Councilmember Hernandez, no response. But I'm glad my friend Dana came into my rescue last night. Dana came into my dream last night. Actually, Dana came over and over again in my dream last night. So I was able to have a good sleep. So I want to thank Dana that I was able to sleep really well in your arm, sleep very well under your shoulder, and your hair smells so good like Korean barbecue. Thank you for helping me to go to sleep. I can never go to sleep without you, Dana. Thank you.
Hi, council members. My name is Vanessa Bautista. I am with Best Friends Los Angeles. I am here to highlight an important event we had this past weekend in collaboration with the South LA and East Valley shelters. We joined forces to have an Adventure Buddy Day where residents were able to check out a shelter dog for the day, giving them a fun outing while also reducing kennel stress and helping shelter staff learn more about their personality. Best Friends sends staff to each shelter to assist. Upon arrival, there were hundreds of people lined up waiting to meet their adventure buddy for the day. In total, East Valley sent out 106 dogs, and South LA sent out 78. A huge shout out to the staff and volunteers at both shelters for doing amazing work, which is usually very tough to do within a day. We are hopeful that this is just the beginning of their Adventure Buddy program, and we hope we can do it again. Thank you.
All items in general public comment.
Okay, good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Okay, so item 36 is related to installing a new crosswalk in CD9. Of course, that's current price, so hopefully there's no corruption going on. I do think that for this crosswalk, you should look into into the possibility of making this a rainbow crosswalk to honor the LGBTQ community, to protest Trump, and to help show that we will fight this legally. We will make sure that the city will have a rainbow crosswalk and resist any efforts from Trump to try to force removal of it, because rainbow crosswalks are good. It helps honor the LGBTQ community. Okay, let's move on to item, let's see. So we have item 39, which is related to installing a sign district at the convention center. So it looks like more advertising or something. Maybe you should, but where's this money going to go once you get all that money for the advertising? That's a good question. Okay, I don't really see anything else. Let's go to general comment. So for general public comment, so I was noting, I went to the Olympics committee meeting this morning, and I noted that you had the LA 28 representatives there, but none of you had any questions related to the possibility, not really possibility, the certainty at this point of Trump's fascism seeping into the Olympics. You know, Trump set up this, they even mentioned this whole task force that Trump created, and none of you had any questions about it. The one that Trump's using to centralize, targeting immigrants, targeting unhoused people at the Olympics. None of you have had anything to say about him targeting trans people, trans athletes. Where are your statements on that? I mean, and I noticed you didn't have your state presentation today on honoring immigrants. Usually you've had that. You no longer care, or what? Cancel the Olympics.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and members of the City Council. My name is Genesis Coronado, and I am here on behalf of Board Member Carla Grego, representing the Los Angeles Unified School Board. I'm here to urge your support of item 36, which would support the funding to build where over a year ago, one of our students at Carver Middle School tragically lost their life as a result of a vehicle impact. And so this funding would support the creation of a full traffic signal in that same intersection. As we know, this full traffic signal has actually come as a result of strong parent and community engagement, outreach, and pressure to the City Council. So I also want to make sure to thank the Office of Council Member Price and CD9 staff for finding the necessary discretionary funding to make this a reality. Students already back in school about a week and a half ago, so I urge LADOT and the office to make sure that this is implemented as soon as possible. We're looking forward to working together with Councilmember Price's office and LADOT to make this a reality. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Tomasa Martínez, soy miembro de ACE, trabajé con reclamando nuestras escuelas y estoy aquí para hablar sobre el lamentable accidente que pasó con el niño Derek Serrano.
Yes, hello. My name is Tomasa Martinez. I am a proud member of ACE. I am working with the schools, and I am here to speak about the tragic accident that occurred with the poor student named Derek Serrano.
Estuvimos caminando, juntando firmas, más de 2,000 firmas se juntaron para que se realizara esa luz. Estoy agradecida con el concejal que nos apoyó para que se pudiera hacer esto realidad.
Yes, we have been working, collecting more than 2,000 signatures to approve of the traffic light, and we are very thankful for the council member who was able to make it happen.
Queremos tener una junta para saber la línea del tiempo.
We would like to schedule a meeting to know the timeline.
Y que se nombre a nuestra organización como personas que lucharon por esta acción. Gracias.
And for our organization to be given credit as the people who fought for this action. Thank you.
Y también necesitamos que apoyen LARSO.
We also need for you guys to support LARSO.
Well, unfortunately, my name is Elizabeth Hernandez. I'm an ACE member as well as an organizer and part of Reclaimer Schools LA. Since Derek's dead, we had been working really hard on collecting signatures, knocking on doors, talking to the families, giving them the support. And, you know, we want to thank council member for actually committing to put a full traffic light after. We want to make sure that is what he's saying, because he had said he was going to put a hawk. And I did find disrespectful that they said they were going to meet up with the mom last week on the 20th, and as soon as they see me walking into her house, they left, and then they got an excuse of they had an emergency without any further notice until later on when she got a call that they were going to put a light on a memory of Derek's. It's kind of sad that the staff from Current Price has been doing that and not being able to actually be in our meetings. I don't know what's going on his staff, but
Okay,
they
Speaker,
need better
your time is up.
communication because we had been trying to do it. My public comment?
Okay, you have 1 minute for public comment.
So it's important that, you know, the staff of every council member here actually listens to the community, because I can say that the people that was collecting the signatures are people who was volunteering their time, you know, putting aside their own things to be out there in the streets collecting the signatures, and for them to just say, oh, we did this. It's not like that. We were the ones out there on the field in front of his office, you know, when You know, they have the farmers market. We were doing all that work, and it isn't fair that they're trying to say that they just did the work when they didn't even show up on the last minute to let us know an update. And I want to thank Councilmember McCosker because he's taking an initiative on the smoke shops around our schools. And now we just find out that Carver, that right where they're going to put the light, they just open a new smoke shop. It isn't fair for our children to be passing by these schools and having that temptation there. Amazing press conference, Mr. McCosker, and I'm seeing that you actually care for the children, not like other of our council members. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Eloisa Galindo, soy miembro de ACE y de Reclamando Nuestras Escuelas Los Ángeles.
Hello, yes, my name is Eloisa Galindo. I'm a proud member of ACE and also a member of Reclaiming Our Schools in Los Angeles.
El día que pasó el accidente del niño Derek, nosotros como organización y como Reclamando Nuestras Escuelas estuvimos cerca de la mamá.
The day of the tragic accident involving Derek, us from our organization of Reclaiming Our Schools, we were close to the mother.
La mamá estuvo sufriendo mucho.
The mother has been suffering a lot.
Y lo que pedía, se unió a la lucha con nosotros por la luz.
And she joined our fight in cause of supporting the cause for the light.
Lo que ella pide es que se aseguren las calles cerca de las escuelas para que no pase otra muerte como está sufriendo ella.
She is asking for you guys to confirm or to be able to secure safe streets so that we can avoid tragic deaths like the one that happened to her son.
Los que decidieron poner la luz, les damos las gracias.
And to the people who decided to put the street light, we thank you.
Pero queremos tener una junta con ellos porque necesitamos saber que en verdad nos van a poner la luz, que no va a ser una simple luz, un semáforo, que no va a ser una luz que flashee.
But we want to schedule a meeting with them so that they can confirm that it's actually gonna be a real street light, not just a flashing light.
Como miembros de ACE que estuvimos frente a esta lucha, queremos asegurarnos de que nos están diciendo la verdad.
As members of ACE who have been a part of this fight, we want to be sure that you guys are telling us the truth.
Y ojalá pudieran poner el nombre de Derek en el semáforo.
And we hope that you guys can put the name of Derek on the street light.
General public comment?
Comentario público general.
La mamá aún sigue sufriendo mucho.
The mother is still suffering a lot.
Ella ha pensado en cambiarse de área.
She's thinking of moving to another place.
Porque no veía un resultado de que la escucharan y se pusiera una luz.
Because she's not seeing the results of her voice being heard and them putting a new light.
No lo ha hecho porque las rentas están muy caras.
But she hasn't done it because the rent is way too high.
Como parte de Reclamando Nuestras Escuelas, les estoy pidiendo a todos los concejales que no han apoyado al ARSO.
And as part of Reclamando Nuestras Escuelas, or Reclaiming Our Schools, we are telling all of the council members who haven't supported LARSO
que lo hagan.
To do it.
El 6% de los estudiantes de LUSD son homeless.
And the 6% of LAUSD students are homeless.
Muchos padres de familia han sido deportados.
And many parents of these families have been deported.
Muchas familias de LUSD y de los otros distritos están en las casas refugiados por miedo.
And many families from LAUSD are taking shelter in their houses as due to fear.
Es tiempo que apoyen LARSO. Necesitamos leyes que protejan a la comunidad trabajadora.
It's time for you to support LARSO. We need laws that protect the working community.
La comunidad que ha llevado a la cuarta economía más grande, como California, la cuarta economía más grande del mundo.
The working community that has made California the fourth largest economy in the world.
Necesitamos ser protegidos por LARSO.
We need protection by LARSO.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rodney Brown. Our nonprofit is Project New Life. We're wanting to address some of the clean up, green up initiatives that's going on, and we're seeing a lot of evictions that are going on. We're blowing up the My LA 311, and I don't think the city can keep up, but we have crews that are already out there doing it as volunteers. With the evictions going on, it's compounded by a lot of the properties that are on the DBS baited and vacant list. If we could work together to clean up some of those areas, I don't think anyone has been in throughout any of the 15 city council districts to address those vacant and abated, blighted sites that are in your district. So we're ready to step up and help the clean up, green up. So Rodney Brown, Project New Life.us. Thank you.
Public, when you hire clowns, you get this city council circus of corrupt incompetence. This is your sleazy council president, Sleazy Harris-Dawson of Council District 8. CD8, the highest incarceration rate. CD8, the highest homeless rate. Has the highest unemployment rate not in the city or the country, but in the entire United States at over 12.5%. CD8 is a food desert. Sleazy Marquise attempted to procure Black Community's Unemployment Office for his personal luxury office. He has spent over $10 million of our money on luxury offices for himself while the people starve and die homeless. Dawson was appointed by the petty pink-faced, corrupt Armenian dictator Paul Ku Klux Klan, a legendary fool. This LA council is an incompetent, corrupt enterprise of organized crime. Professional criminal Kern Price is facing more charges for voting on his wife's city council. There you go.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Susan Collins, and I would like to speak on all available items and general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm here today to ask this board to please oppose the city attorney's request for almost $6 million for a team of attorneys billing $1,300 per attorney per hour to oppose Judge Carter's remedy to the abject failure we all call LASA. Since its inception, LASA has admitted to being ineffective and incapable of producing accurate data. The review ordered by Judge Carter found that over a 2-year period of time, the city spent $2.3 billion, and most of it is unaccounted for. So he appointed a monitor to oversee LASA's program performance. The city and their attorneys are not disputing the findings of that audit. Instead, they want to spend $6 million to prevent accountability. That alone should make everyone here question why are they opposing this. Currently, the city is laying off workers and discontinuing city services. Families with young children are being told the city can't afford to house them, yet the city attorney is here today to ask for $6 million to oppose accountability measures for the very programs those families depend on. This is a disgrace, and I am begging this council to oppose spending $6 million on litigation instead of on solutions and oppose Agenda Item 41. On May 20th, this council amended the initial approval of $900,000 for this litigation to state, quote, request the city attorney to regularly inform and engage the city council as the client in control of litigation prior to taking action. The city then paid Gibson & Dunn double the amount she was authorized to do so without providing any prior notice. This action, ironically, perfectly illustrates the need for the monitor as directed by Judge Carter. Gibson & Dunn has already been paid almost $1 million per week on a 3-year contract. So what is $6 million going to get us? Roughly 7 weeks of representation? Wasteful spending cannot possibly get any more repugnant than this. Please vote no on Agenda Item 41. Thank you.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
That's right. So let's see here. CD14, the demon Gerardo is trying to do a lien. What is she doing here? $3,800 in CD fucking 14? Nobody can afford that, Usabel. I thought Usabel was for the people. I don't even see her in a fucking chair. Is she here? Look at that. She's here on the board, but she's not in the fucking meeting. So I don't understand how you can go and fine people for shit and not even be attending your meeting, even though the clerk lies and says you're in the fucking meeting when you're not. And then we have leasing assignment with Express News, number 2. Well, let's see here, 155A South Main Street. So let's see what this is about. The city will continue to receive annual rent revenue of $11,275. What the fuck is this about? How do you lease on Main Street in downtown Los Angeles a large commercial entity for under $12,000 a year? That's under $1,000 a month. Rents around there go for $200-300 a square foot. What's going on, Monique Cow? How come you're allowing favorable terms? How about that? Who does this guy know that you have this goddamn sweetheart deal lease? Why can't the rest of the black people in the city have a lease like that? How come Jews can't have a lease? No, only this guy can somehow pull this off. Now, I want to ask Blobbenbleld, how much money did you get paid? Vice Counsel, I'm taking the 5th. That's right. And then, of course, we have CD11, the worst thing in the world, the evil one, Tracy Park. And, of course, fire station number 2, what are we doing here? We're going to, the Friends of Historic Fire Station 2 for a lease agreement. So what you do is you take multi-million-dollar city properties, and rather than sell it and put it in our treasury, you keep it and lease it to your friends for almost $1 a year. This is called what? Money laundering. And why is it money laundering? Because they're getting campaign donations, and they're getting donations to their nonprofits in exchange for a quid pro quo. Fuck this shit. So I have very, very bad news. I read Rule 7 and Rule 11 and 13. The N-word was not banned from meetings, and I didn't know that. I was not aware. So unfortunately for Sleazy Marchese, people can come up here and say the N-word all they want, but only one time. You get to do it one time per meeting, and they can't throw you out, Bob. And I'm going to demonstrate how this works. See, now what I'm going to do is going to upset the stomachs of so many city attorney scumbag pieces of shit like this guy Pumpkinhead. They are not going to know how to fucking sleep when I do this. And you see, the reason I'm doing this is because
I don't know what
you're fucking
topic
criminals.
you're on,
I'm talking
Mr.
about your
Spindler.
city rules.
You don't have to raise your voice.
I'm talking about your fucking rules. I'm going to demonstrate.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear about what you were talking about.
So anyway, you can use the N-word one time per meeting. I'm going to show this. So long, dirty nigger!
I will call more speakers. Shaikita, Smoking Scan, Tammy B, Tammy C.
Madam Clerk, just for the record, this speaker has used the forbidden N-word, which is a violation of Rule 7. This is your only warning that this word, as you pointed out, is a violation of council rules, specifically Rule 7, and may not be used again in any meeting or council committee meetings. If you violate this rule again, you will be removed from this meeting.
As I started to say yesterday, a child could verify that your rules on bad words violate the Constitution. The message that should send you is not that you have clever lawyers. The message you should be getting is that the law is not being enforced, and that is the only reason you aren't in deep trouble already. Violating free speech rights might not cause immediate harm, but the police's ongoing violation of equal protection is causing massive harm and is getting people killed. The Brown Act does not allow you to respond to these comments here, but it does allow you to correspond with me, so have a staffer get my email if you want. but I prefer that you not waste time and instead ask the governor for National Guard oversight over the police. Thank you.